Hey everybody, it is TQ Xander. We are here in the TQTL. This is actually going to be game number 4. We are here watching Waz, the Terran in the top right, going up against Lmaonaisse, the Terran in the bottom left. I've just said who I am because I'm TQ Xander, and along with me is Sir Q. Speak.
I'm here. I'm a random player. I like this game. I'm Gosu.
Good to know. Okay, guys. The map is a Crossfire, a very good map. It's been in both MLG, it's in the GSL, and it was originally a Blizzard map, as well as originally Peaks of Baekdu in StarCraft Brood War. So it's definitely cool to see how these guys play it. You will note that it is TVT, and Waz is just throwing down his supply depot in a very good early spot with this Destructible Rocks in the back. Which is a very cool move.
Yeah, so, no player supply set, guys. Always a good sign.
Yep. And, for some reason, this game, I'm not seeing both of the, guys' food in the top right like I did in the last game, which is kind of weird that that's not happening. But I'm not going to exactly stress over that too much. But it'll be cool to see how it's going to go. Huh?
You just one of there?
Yeah, I just see one. Whoever I selected is up there.
Yeah, same.
It's weird. I had
guess.
two before. Alright, well, anyway. Just got patched, so that's to be expected.
We see Lmaonaisse doing kind of a weird build in the sense that he's choking off against the Terran. Maybe that means that he's somewhat insecure in his ability to defend at the game, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, this is going to be weird to see how it plays out, because with both ranged units versus ranged units that the Terran have, walling off is really not necessary. It's generally a defensive move against melee attackers like Zealots and Zerglings.
Exactly.
But it will actually allow him to take out this SCV, which I guess is a good move. It's always fun to do that, so it could just be for that reason alone.
Well, like, the thing is, once, like, say Marines walk up the ramp, it'd be really hard to concave them, which is kind of like the defender's natural advantage. And, say he gets sieges like right outside his base for whatever reason, it's going to be very hard to keep those two supply depots, and we'll probably end up having to listen there. So, I think Waz has a bit of an advantage so far in the game, but of course we'll have to see how it plays out.
Yeah, and interestingly enough is the fact that Lmaonaisse is behind in every respect right now. He does a weird starting thing where he actually gets his orbital command about 20 seconds later than his opponent does, which is not good.
Well, if you look at the APM tab, we have Laugh My Ass Off Lmaonaisse, sorry, excuse me. He's got 75 average, though, against Waz, who has almost 400, which is close to over 9,000, so...
yeah, Waz was also... He was spamming a lot. He actually got over 800 APM at one point. Did they fix the APM so that it's actually real-time APM as opposed to the game-time APM? Because otherwise, I don't see how you could spam at 1,200 actions per minute.
I think you just have to hold down C. Like, say you select your workers and hold down C. I think that brings you up like at least 700.
Seriously? That's kind of cool.
What does C do? Just scrolling through all your FGs?
C is the command for returning cargo, and if you're selecting SCVs that are mining, it's well, like I was introduced to it by the claim that it makes your SCVs mine faster. Like that was someone just trolling, right? So.
Oh yeah, there's that whole sock folding thing that was being done for a while.
So we see Waz going blue flame, which is going to be very, very effective against Lmaonaisse's 3 Marines that are at his choke.
Yeah, Lmaonaisse also is getting Cloaked Banshees.
Yeah. So Waz's start point is a bit late to be able to deal with this, but at the same time it's going to be about a minute and a half, 2 minutes until the Banshee arrives at his base. And I suspect he'll be ready for it at that point. We'll have to see.
Yeah, every Terran really should be aware of the timing to get Cloaked Banshees inside their base because they can do so much damage that you really have to prepare for them even if there's a possibility that they might not come. It can be a huge game changer to get one Cloak Banshee inside your mineral line, because by the time its energy runs out, you could be losing a ton of SCVs.
Well, like, initially I was kind of like Marine King in my TBT, in the sense that I always just wanted to go Marines and kind of just like walk up the guy's ramp and break down his doors and kill everything with beams. But then I discovered that Banshees are really the way to go. In my opinion, it's probably the best TBT opening. You just get like maybe even up to 2 starboards and just pump out those Banshees with cloak. And you can just like harass supply depots, you can kill tons of Marines, you can even like take out the mineral house stuff.
Yeah, and funnily enough, we have the Banshee and the Medevac crossing paths, so it is very, very obvious what each player is doing, as Mayonnaise is going to have to just defend and try and kill off this Medevac. Oh, is it going to go or not go? But the Medevac is really vulnerable right now. These 4 Blue Flame Hellions in it are the entire investment from Waz right now, and actually the Banshee just went down. So that's kind of big.
Yeah, the fact that Waz killed off that Banshee and now has 4 Hellions returning into, or Waz has 4 Hellions returning into Mayonnaise's base is going to be somewhat devastating.
But it just lifted off.
Pretty good micro there.
I mean,
he kills, I think, 3 Marines and walks away. Very hash-esque almost. Hash-blooding those Hellion drops and constant pressure. Mayonnaise is not being able to move out of its base while that Medevac is threatening to drop.
Yep. And here we have a Banshee going down to a Thor in the mineral line of Waz's base. So Waz is doing fairly well. Look at the units lost tab. He's actually ahead because of the Banshees are just so much more expensive than everything else.
Yeah, Waz is about to host quite a few SCVs here. We're going to see probably at least 8 go. Haven't been able to look at units lost, but definitely paying for itself that drop.
Oh, yeah,
we got, what, a handful of SCVs remaining.
Yeah, Mayonnaise now is 22 SCVs remaining, which is actually fairly good considering there's 28 for Waz, and Waz did just kill off a lot of SCVs, so the income is still going to be fairly good for both players, but still no... Oh, there it is. Orbital Command finishing now for Mayonnaise, as no expansion yet for Waz, though. So Mayonnaise is going to have...
Mayonnaise is moving out. He took killing off those Hellions as a cue to announce pressure. So Waz is going to sit with the Hellion, run face first into a siege tank, and even lose that Hellion with no reaction. So
yep, and
that's somewhat unfortunate.
Yep, and there's also
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say there's also going to be a Banshee going to the mineral line during this, or maybe not during this attack, but he's just moving around. Looks like he's actually going to cloak and stay with the army, but these 2 Thors are going to be really the main thing to do. And they actually take out the Banshee really quickly, and now Mayonnaise is going to be hard-pressed to make this attack work, as these Thors could just move up and take out those siege tanks when they're out of position.
So this is, in my opinion, going to be the climax of the game. It's going to be basically going to boil down to whether or not Watts can hold this off. I personally don't think so, especially given the fact that Mayonnaise has his natural up and running with the orbital command, and he's got Watts pinned in his base with nothing but Thors, and this is basically GG.
Yep, yeah, and Waz has got a second command center about to finish. He'll probably want to work that into an orbital command and then just try and get some muling to help him get his economy back up. But really, Mayonnaise is doing a fair bit of damage, about to take out a barracks that is burning down. And now we do have Waz moving up. He's using Thor to target those good micro, but using the Medevac to lift up that damage. Thor going to be able to start taking down those siege tanks without any problem whatsoever.
Yeah, very good micro by Waz. He's definitely been up under this circumstance before, you can tell, because he had that epic Medevac pickup of his boat to die for, and now he's looking into counter pressure.
Yep. It's now going to be up to Mayonnaise to defend this, as Mayonnaise has much fewer units now after that entire deal. That 37 food against the 55 of Waz, so it's a fairly low food game for both players, but Mayonnaise has got to make use of the income he has. He needs to get units out ASAP.
Yeah, what it's going to boil down to is whether or not he can kill these Thors that are kind of doing a death march towards his base. We've got a damaged Viking leading the charge. I'm not really sure why that's the case, but it's getting repaired, hopefully.
Yep, and interesting, there's a repair going down. These SCVs are really going to be huge in this attack. There is a missile turret that's about to take out a Medevac. But here we go. The SCVs will be able to just continue to heal that. SCVs leading and taking hits from the siege tanks. This siege tank is being repaired by those SCVs, but the DPS from the Thors is just too much. Gets taken down in a second, and now we have a Banshee as well as these Thors just wreaking havoc. Cloak Banshee from Mayonnaise is alive right now though, but there's gonna be the scan targeting the Banshee. It's gonna get taken out really quickly, and now Waz is gonna continue pushing into the main base really efficiently.
Wow, Waz is really taking control of this game. He went from being in somewhat of a substantial situation, in a lot of trouble, really, to say almost winning.
He's not almost winning. He is winning. He's got 2 Thors and a Banshee and still 1 SCV alive, though the SCV's actually repairing the medevac and not the Thors. The medevac does get taken out by that Viking, and this Banshee is still alive. And the Banshee's got 5 kills, 23 kills on one of the Thors, 17 on the other. These Thors are doing so much damage, and there's still an SCV alive to start repairing the Thors even more. This is really looking good for Waz. He needs to get 1 scan off, and there's going to be the Banshee going to go down, and that is really all that Mayonnaise has in terms of DPS. He has 3 Marines out and 7 SCVs. This is really not looking good for him. Most of his supplies being tied up by production buildings right now, but Mayonnaise should be losing this game fairly soon as the factories does get taken out right now.
Wow. I've never really actually seen Thor hard counter siege tanks before. That's definitely a first from my viewpoint.
Yeah, all Thors have to do is enclose the gap in the siege tanks, and once they can start attacking, the siege tanks have really no chance as Thors just attack too quickly with too much DPS.
So yeah, and we should see a cute GG
yes,
in a matter of moments.
This is crazy.
Mercer's to 31. He lost almost triple from our pink player. So
we have a bit of a counterattack with 5 Marines. Gonna go ahead and walk into a Thor, and there is the GG. So that's
an interesting game.
Yep. So Mayonnaise calls GG, and now it should be 2-2, Skynet to no skill.